Greek police have been accused of beating up migrants and illegally deporting them back to Turkey. Reports that Greek security forces physically assaulted migrants emerged earlier this year when thousands gathered in border areas after Turkey encouraged them to leave to Europe. But now DW and other investigative reporters have been able to confirm some stories of abuse and illegal deportations after tracking down victims in Turkey. They allege Greek police arrested them without a warrant and forced them onto boats back to Turkey. Now, Florian Schmitz is one of the co-authors of that report and joins us now from the Greek city of Thessaloniki. Florian, what have you been hearing from the migrants who say they've been beaten by Greek police?
Hello. Together with our partners Lighthouse Reports, Bellingcat and the Dutch newspaper Trouw, we were able to locate migrants in Turkey who basically told us that they were arrested by Greek police under false pretenses, saying that they would be issued new papers and then they were taken in. Almost all of them say that the police confiscated their phones and other personal belongings. Some told us that there was violence involved, and then they say that they were brought in a van to the Evros, the river between Turkey and Greece, where they were put on dinghies and pushed back to the Turkish side.
Well, at the end of March, our Turkey correspondent Julia Hahn interviewed refugees at the Turkish border town of Edirne and found people with some similar stories. Let's just briefly listen in.
We're from Afghanistan and we've been working here in Turkey for 3 to 4 years. Our situation is very bad here. We crossed into Greece in order to go to Europe. We waited for 3 to 4 days at the border and then we headed to Thessaloniki. There the Greek police beat us and sent us back here. The Greek police took off all our clothes last night. We only had boxer shorts left. We had nothing left on us. They hit us again and again, with a stick too. I'm telling you, they told us to lay down like that, and when we did, they beat us. They said, get up, and then they hit us again.
Florian, those are pretty strong accusations. Has there been any official response from the Greek government?
We did get a response. The government, of course, denies everything. They call the allegations regarding human rights violations by Greek law enforcement personnel fabricated and false. Interestingly, though, they also say that the measures taken so far have been proportionate to the gravity of the situation. Greek media speak of a new agenda of aggressive surveillance. The conservative government here is under a lot of pressure to manage the migrant situation in Greece. Many Greeks feel like the country is doing the dirty work for Europe, maintaining the infamous hotspots on the islands, and thus support the government even with such drastic measures like pushbacks. It would also be wrong to scapegoat Greece in this situation, since Brussels has not managed to come up with a sustainable solution for the migrant situation.
Florian, the border situation was difficult enough before the coronavirus. What impact has the pandemic had on the situation there?
The question is much rather, how does Corona affect the situation within the country? The border between Greece and Turkey is officially closed. All official deportation procedures are on hold. At the same time, the Corona lockdown and the strict measures imposed by the state of Greece made it a lot easier for the police to extend into the mainland and arrest migrants in refugee camps and in the cities. So, according to the people we talked to, the Corona lockdown initiated a new strategy of pushbacks from Greece to Turkey.
Florian Schmitz, one of the authors of this research, thank you. And you can find the full report on our website. That's, of course, dw.com.